Hello everyone, and welcome to another OddsChecker.com/US preview of Monday Night Football. My name is Mattek from SportsGrid.com, and every week for the primetime games on Thursday night and Monday night, I run through my betting picks against the spread, the money line, and over-under if the game does actually call for an over-under bet. And on Monday night, we have a pretty interesting game. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road, playing in the Meadowlands at the New York Football Giants. So we have a Super Bowl contender and a team that really probably is one of the 5 to 8 worst teams in the NFL. However, the Giants play in a division with the Eagles, with the Washington Football Team, and with the Dallas Cowboys. So every game is pretty much a must-win for them because the NFC East is maybe the worst division that we've ever seen. If you go over to OddsChecker.com/US, you can see that the Giants are 12.5-point home dogs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are minus 560 on the money line, and the total for this game is 44.5. Getting into some of our key statistics, the Giants are 29th in the NFL in yards per play through 7 games. They have gained 4.9 yards per play on average. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have been markedly better at 5.7 yards per play. That's right about league average. However, if you look at turnovers, this is really the Achilles heel of the New York Football Giants. They have 13 turnovers in 7 games, and really it really centers on Daniel Jones. He has been so brutal in his short career, when it comes to turnovers. He has 19 career interceptions in 19 career games, but actually where he's even worse is with fumbles. He has 23 fumbles in 19 games in his career. That's on only 76 rushing attempts. So while theoretically we kind of like Daniel Jones in a vacuum, I have to say this is looking like a really difficult spot for the New York Giants. If we look at DVOA, it doesn't really get much better. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the number 1 team in DVOA. They rank 6th in the NFL in offensive DVOA. They rank 1st overall in DVOA on defense. Things are not pretty for the Giants. They have the 30th ranked offense by Football Outsiders DVOA, the 19th best defense by DVOA. So if we kind of think about the way that this game is going to play out, it's not hard to imagine that we're going to see probably a lot of Mike Evans. He is going to be covered by James Bradberry, someone who he has done well against in the past. Bradberry spent the first 4 years of his career as a member of the Carolina Panthers. Evans and Bradberry played quite frequently. However, I think that Rob Gronkowski is also, just a big addition at this point. Gronk really started off the season not looking like himself, looking like just a bog standard blocking tight end. However, over the last 2 games, each of his last 2 games, 8 targets, 5 receptions, and a touchdown. He looks like a real strong, red zone weapon now. They are going to miss Chris Godwin in this game. They are going to have to obviously be targeting a lot of Scotty Miller. They're going to be using Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette out of the backfield. But I know that it's 12.5 points. I know that it's a lot. I know that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the road, but I am going to take the Buccaneers minus 12.5. Maybe I'm feeling, a little bit loose because we were able to cash the Kansas City Chiefs minus 19, minus 19.5, and minus 20, depending on which line you bet this weekend. I think these dominant teams just have a huge advantage over these really poor turnover-prone teams this season. It feels like there is a bigger gap between the great teams, the mediocre teams, and the truly bad teams in 2020, and it's probably related to a limited amount of practice time. But my official pick here is going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers minus 12.5. Obviously, I don't think you need to bet the money line, but you could at minus 560. And I also definitely lean over on the 44.5 here. I think that it really should not be surprising to see the Buccaneers get into the 30-35 point range. And the Giants, they should be able to score 2 touchdowns at least. Although I say that, and the New York Football Giants have not been able to really put up very many touchdowns at all. They have only 5 passing touchdowns on the year, only 4 rushing touchdowns. Against the Niners and the Rams and the Bears, they did not score any touchdowns. They were able to put up 34 on the Cowboys, only 20 against Washington, only 21 against the Eagles. I feel pretty confident in taking the Buccaneers and the points here. I know it's a lot of points, but we definitely want to be on the side of Tom Brady and not the side of Daniel Jones. So thank you for tuning in to another OddsChecker.com/US preview.